Alright boys, we're back. One just dropped yet another webcomic chapter just a few days after the last one, in which we saw Genos and Saitama fighting an army of robots, or at least Genos was, and Saitama, he's kind of just keeping an eye on Genos to make sure he doesn't get into too much trouble. He doesn't want to steal Genos' redemption, but he also wants to make sure he doesn't die. So now, in this new chapter, we continue with the army of robots, and we kind of get to see how strong they are because they're fighting Tank Top Master and he's struggling. So he is one of the weaker S-class heroes. We never really seen him win any major fights. He's kind of like Puri Prisoner. And basically he's getting wrecked by these robots and he's going to be rescued by the Neo Heroes. And interestingly enough, we're touching on the Neo Heroes right now in the manga. So I think that one is doing this on purpose because they just showed Axel or Excel in the One Punch Man manga, and now we're getting to see what he's capable of in the new Neo Hero suits, which MUMEN Rider is also utilizing. MUMEN Rider has become a top tier A class to an S class plus. I mean, he's like insanely powerful now. And basically with these new Neo Hero robot suits, it's pretty much just retiring most of the S-class heroes with the exception of, you know, Tatsumaki, Atomic Samurai, like the top 5 or 6. The Neo Heroes, even like their C-class heroes who are wearing these suits, just get monstrous upgrades to the point where they can defeat demon level monsters, which is absolutely crazy. And I'm a little curious, before I go through the whole chapter, like what exactly is the whole point of juicing up the Neo Heroes so much? Are we just trying to show how strong they are to set a benchmark that can be completely shattered in the near future? Is everybody gonna start, you know, pitching for the Neo Heroes now because they're more trustworthy and they're stronger than the Hero Association, it appears like, but then they get completely stomped by like a god avatar or something else? Right now, they pretty much seem unstoppable, whereas everybody who's left over in the Hero Association, or not everybody, but a lot of them just seem to be struggling, and the Neo Heroes are kicking butt. So from a writer's perspective, what is the end goal of creating this new Neo Hero community of fighters? Is someone going to use these robot suits they have and make them all, like, turn them all into bad people? I'm really, really curious what the point is of all of this. Can Genos wear one and get a super upgrade? Probably not. I don't know. So the chapter opens up with Lightning Max, you probably remember him from the anime, using Lightning Centrifuge Calf Kick. And he's trying to take out these robots, these Terminators that Bofoy has created and sent out to just blow up all these cities. The heroes are fighting back now, and Lightning Max, who's an A-rank hero, can't even phase this robot. Now he's struggling with this one robot, and he's like, I'll take this robot to where the rest of the heroes are, we'll combine together and beat him up. And as he turns around, he sees that there's a whole army of these Terminators, and they're just straight up slaughtering innocent civilians. And that's when Lightning Max's feet get blown off. So he's not a hero anymore, I don't think, unless he can get some cybernetic implants or something. I guess this army of Terminators just shot their lasers at him and it blew his feet off. And we know that's how he fights. He does these like lightning kicks and stuff. So RIP Lightning Max, I guess. And just as he's about to die, MUMEN Rider comes in to save the day, taking a full powered Terminator blast to the face and no damage. So again, I don't know if his suit is like extra special compared to everyone else's suits, or just these new Super Neo suits just make you S tier plus, or like not plus, but what I mean by that is like higher level S tier. Like there's obviously stronger than Tank Top Master and Puri Prisoner. I don't know who else, but maybe like rank, 15 or 14 level S tier in terms of power and defense apparently too. I mean, he just straight up ate this blast. He said, I'm the cyclist for justice, Neo MUMEN. So he rescues Lightning Max, takes him to safety. That's all we get from him in this chapter, but when he did, spoilers here, when he did first get his suit, he destroyed unnamed Lightning Demon, who was a demon level monster. So he took out a demon level monster, which is like a tough battle for an A rank, I would say, but he just uppercutted him and nuked him in one punch. So yeah, I would say that like MUMEN Rider is like low tier S rank now. So there's a bunch of heroes trying to fend off against the Terminators, and the Neo Heroes finally show up. and they're like, regular heroes of the association, you don't have the equipment to handle this, just get out of the way, otherwise you're just gonna die. You guys don't stand a chance. And then the Neo heroes charge in and they start slicing and breaking all of the Terminators. So yeah, again, they're all like, you know, low rank S tier. So now we switch to Tank Top Master, who's also on the battlefield, and we see him take out 5 robots with a single tank top tackle. He's doing pretty good now. He's fully recovered. He's got his muscles back, and he talks hilariously about this medical grade tank top he's been wearing that gives him all this protection and stuff. I don't really understand it. It's some sort of magical tank top he has that gives him defense. And then he gets lasered by a whole group of Terminators, and he looks really beat up and bruised. He said that was a brutal chain of attacks. If I hadn't been wearing a tank top with tough fabric, I'd be in trouble. And then he says, "You shall not pass. I won't lose to a bunch of bloodless machines." Then they fry him up a bunch more. This man is just straight up getting cooked, and not in the put down sense. He's actually getting cooked. His tank top's getting worn down. Will they run out of ammo? Maybe I should switch to offense, but I have to hold this position. So he's trying to protect people right now, and he's eating the blasts of all of these guys, which obviously is not too good for him, but it's extremely valiant. The robots stop firing on him, and that's when we see the Neo heroes all assemble like the Avengers, but they're not actually the Neo heroes, they are the Hunters. And we just learned about this in the One Punch Man manga, as the one girl from the Hero Association who's trying to recruit Excel and his 43 or 48 leftover hunters that he has in his group, they all, or at least this team here, has the Neo Hero suits on them. As he's talking about in the manga, like they've been approached like about getting recruited by the Neo Heroes. I guess they joined them, and I think that's why One wanted to draw us this chapter, because it's keeping up with the current level of the manga. So we get to see Excel. He's in a robot suit, a Neo suit, and he's the leader of the Hunters, Sky Slicer, Excel, and he's brought the Hunters with him, who he said in the manga it took like 53 of them to take down a demon level monster, and like a bunch of them died, like 5 of them died or something like that. So you're like, this guy can't be that strong, right? Like they wanted to promote him to S class if he joined the Hero Association. He said no, but now that he's got a Neo suit, he's probably is the power of an S class. Tank Top Master was able to take out 5 robots in one shot, and we're gonna see that Excel can take out a lot more, showing off his speed and maneuverability, telling Tank Top Master to throw his cheap pride away, because the Hunters are about to show him a real fight. And he instantly just slices 4 of them like it's nothing. And then he starts his rollerblades acceleration, and his weapons, it looks like he uses axes, and he does this crazy like tornado speed attack which vaporizes and completely obliterates seemingly the entire army of Terminators. The Hunters help take out a few as well, and then we get this exposition where he says in primitive times, when men hunted, it said that they were able to take down massive prey using axes and spears. In order to survive, mankind needed a brand new hunting power. From here on out, the number of hunters in the world will increase thanks to the Neo's technological offerings. We hunters will fight on the front line until the time comes that the people sees that future. Unlike the heroes, we are fighting so that all of humanity will become strong. The realization of a secure world is steadily coming into sight, and nobody is going to get in our way. So basically this chapter was just to like dunk on the Hero Association, show us how strong the Neo heroes have gotten. And I think, you know, honestly, like in my opinion, what's going to happen is there's something fishy going on, obviously, and I think everybody wearing these suits is going to be controlled somehow or turned evil. Probably either that, or there may be a war among heroes, like some sort of, you know, civil war that breaks out. And I don't really know too much, like, you know, what does that really have to do with the story? Saitama still is in the Hero Association, so obviously the Neo heroes can't win. And, you know, Blast is in the Hero Association and his son Blue is in the Neo heroes. Will they fight each other? I don't know. I doubt it. Maybe there's going to be some sort of cataclysmic event, like God comes in and, you know, the strongest of both sides will help Blast and company fight the God avatars. Maybe this has something to do with the Mad Cyborg. It could be Beaufoy's technology. He's the one who gave them these robot suits, and, you know, he did that so that he could control them all if the time comes when he needs a trump card, right? So we know that Genos right now is flying to go attack Beaufoy, Metal Knight, and try and find the Mad Cyborg as well. What if he gets desperate, Beaufoy, and he pushes a button and all of these guys wearing these suits, you know, become evil? And then it'll be the heroes versus the neo-heroes. So right now in the One Punch Man world, the civilians are starting to believe in the neo-heroes far more than the Hero Association. The Hero Association is kind of crumbling. The neo-heroes are on their up and up. And as Excel says, the realization of a secure world is coming into sight. So people are starting to have faith in the neo-heroes. And I don't know where exactly it's going to lead, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm really happy we just got a webcomic chapter. I know it was kind of short. We didn't get any Saitama or Genos or the Mad Cyborg. I'm sure that's coming. Whatever the reason for this chapter is, it must be important to One. And so I'm excited to see more. I mean, this was only a few days after the last one. One has done this before where he has given us like 3 chapters, 3 days in a row. So it's very possible he could just start popping these things out, which is really exciting. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one.